Have you noticed that as a man over 50, your energy doesn't just dip? It feels like someone quietly turned the lights down. You wake up tired, you're irritable, your confidence feels thinner, especially in the bedroom. I'm a board-certified urologist and men's health physician, and I've seen this pattern in thousands of men who thought it was just aging. But what if an older woman's advice reveals the real reason and a fix most men overlook? Tell me where you're watching from, and if this helps, like and subscribe. But here's what most people don't realize. The men who feel the most frustrated are often the men who are trying the hardest. I can't tell you how many times a man has sat across from me in my clinic, shoulders tense, voice quiet, and said, "Doc, I'm doing everything right. Why do I still feel flat?" He's taking supplements he can't even pronounce. He bought the gadget. He's pushing himself at the gym like he's trying to outrun his own age. And yet, he wakes up tired. His patience is shorter. His drive feels dimmer. And the part that stings the most, he doesn't feel like himself anymore. And this is where an older woman's perspective can be life-changing, because older women often see the pattern before men do. They watch you from the outside. They notice when your laugh becomes rarer. They notice when you stop wanting to go out. They notice when your sleep becomes lighter and more broken, and your mood starts to change in ways you can't explain. A lot of men don't talk about that part. You just adjust, you power through, you tell yourself it's normal, but the people who love you can feel the shift. What I want you to understand is this: your decline is almost never one thing. It isn't just testosterone, it isn't just aging, it's usually a loop. Sleep gets worse, hormones drift, stress chemistry rises, blood flow weakens, and then your confidence takes the hit. And once confidence takes the hit, the loop tightens even more. That's why chasing one magic fix never works for long. So here's the first piece of practical advice I give men over 50, and it's simple enough that many overlook it. Track your big 3 for 7 days. Every morning, rate your energy from 1 to 10. Rate your sleep quality from 1 to 10. And pay attention to erection quality, especially morning or nighttime presence. Not to judge yourself, not to spiral, just to learn. This isn't obsessive, it's diagnostic. It's you finally seeing the pattern clearly instead of guessing in the dark. Because you're not weak. You're not broken. You're running an outdated operating system. And when sleep stays poor, your body doesn't rebuild the way it used to. Testosterone tends to drift down, stress chemicals creep up, and libido and performance start feeling unreliable. That isn't a character flaw, that's biology. And the next piece of advice she gives, it sounds almost too simple, but it can shift your hormones faster than most pills. Now here's the mistake most men make when they start feeling tired, moody, or flat in the bedroom. They blame testosterone first. And I understand why. We've been told for years that low T is the villain behind aging, but what I see in my clinic over and over is something different. It's not always low testosterone causing poor sleep. It's poor sleep stealing your testosterone night after night, quietly and consistently, until you barely recognize yourself. You know the feeling. You go to bed, but your brain doesn't. It's still scrolling through tomorrow's to-do list. Then it's 2:47 a.m. and you're staring at the ceiling, thinking about your blood pressure or bills or something you forgot to do 3 weeks ago. When that happens a few times, you brush it off. But when it happens for years, it rewires your entire hormonal system. I tell my patients all the time, testosterone is built at night, not in the gym, not in your coffee cup. If your sleep is broken, your testosterone will be too. Now, older women often notice what you might miss. They see you on your phone late at night, scrolling through the news or Facebook. They hear you snoring after a heavy dinner or 2 drinks, thinking you're getting deep sleep when you're actually just sedated. And if you wake up with a dry mouth, need naps during the day, or feel foggy in the morning, they may even suspect sleep apnea before you do. So here's what I want you to try. For the next 2 weeks, test your sleep system like a mechanic would. Cut alcohol for at least 4 nights a week. Move dinner 3 hours earlier. Take a short 10-minute walk after dinner. Nothing intense, just enough to help lower your blood sugar and calm your system. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. And if you snore or feel exhausted during the day, talk to your doctor about getting tested for sleep apnea. You'd be amazed how many men reclaim their energy just by fixing their oxygen at night. This isn't about being perfect. This is about removing the top 2 leaks in your system so your body can start rebuilding naturally. Because when you sleep better, everything else starts aligning. Your hormones, your clarity, your drive. Now here's the surprising part. An older woman's next piece of advice isn't about testosterone or sleep at all. It's about something far deeper, the way you carry stress in your body. But here's what most men don't realize. Stress doesn't just live in your mind, it settles into your body. And after 50, your body stops hiding it so well. I'm going to say something gently, but directly. Stress doesn't just make you tense, it changes your biology. It changes how your body stores fat. It changes how your blood flows. It changes your sleep. And by extension, your hormones, your mood, and yes, your performance. Now I get it. Most of the men I see are strong men. They've spent decades being providers, problem solvers, protectors. They're used to pressure. They don't complain. They don't fall apart. They carry the load and keep going. But somewhere along the way, they start to notice something's different. The belly fat doesn't come off like it used to. Desire disappears, even when the relationship is fine. Energy crashes early in the evening, and underneath it all, there's a quiet frustration they don't know how to talk about. Here's what's happening inside. Chronic stress pushes fat storage toward your midsection. It tells your body to conserve, not build. It tightens your blood vessels, interferes with nitric oxide, the chemical that allows healthy blood flow and strong erections. It also fragments your deep sleep, which means you're not recovering, not repairing, not rebuilding your testosterone the way you could be. And no, this isn't about just relaxing. When an older woman sees you grinding like this, what she's really saying is, stop living in emergency mode. She can see it. Your nervous system is stuck in 5th gear, even when you're sitting still. So here's what I teach my patients. Before bed, try the physiological sigh. It's simple, 2 short inhales through the nose, followed by a long, slow exhale through the mouth. Do that for 5 minutes. It lowers cortisol and begins to shift your body out of survival. Then swap the late night news for a wind-down ritual, a book, music, stretching, anything that signals safety. In the morning, step outside into sunlight and walk for a few minutes. That small reset can help restore your circadian rhythm and stabilize energy, because calm is not softness, calm is control. And the men who rebuild their strength later in life don't just train harder, they recover smarter. But there's one more piece, something older women understand deeply. The kind of energy men chase isn't created by pushing harder. It's created by protecting your circulation. But here's what most men overlook. Blood flow is everything. If you want better erections, stronger stamina, and clearer energy during the day, you can't just think about hormones. You need to think about circulation like it's your retirement plan. In urology, we have a simple truth. Erections are a blood flow event, and blood flow reflects your overall health. When circulation declines, it doesn't just affect your sex life, it touches your heart, your brain, your muscles, your drive. Now here's the reframe no one tells you early enough. Erectile dysfunction is often the body's early warning system, not a moral failure, not a flaw in masculinity. It's a red flag that something deeper is changing. And that warning deserves attention, not shame. The good news, you can protect blood flow without boot camps or biohacking. Start with the basics. A brisk 20 to 30-minute walk most days. Consistency matters more than intensity. Add in basic strength training 2 to 3 times a week, not to bulk, but to support testosterone and insulin sensitivity. Get protein at breakfast to stabilize blood sugar and keep energy steady. Stay hydrated. Cut back on ultra-processed foods. They inflame your blood vessels more than you realize. And if you smoke, I'll say it gently, quitting is one of the most powerful gifts you can give your future self. Some men will also need a deeper look. Blood pressure, lipids, testosterone, even blood sugar. Not because you're broken, but because you deserve real answers. No guesswork, no confusion. Because this isn't about looking 30 again. It's about feeling steady, capable, and present. That kind of presence changes how you show up for your work, your partner, and yourself. And if you're thinking, Doc, I've waited too long, that's exactly what I want to talk about next. I need you to hear this clearly. It is not too late. I've worked with men in their 50s, 60s, even 70s who thought their best days were gone, who believed the spark was lost, that slowing down was just their new normal. But once we fixed the basics, the real root causes no one ever taught them, they started to feel like themselves again. You don't need to punish yourself. You don't need to feel embarrassed. You need a plan that respects your body today, not a version of you from decades ago. If your sleep is broken, we can rebuild it. If your energy is flat, we can restore rhythm. If your performance has changed, we can improve blood flow, confidence, and control, step by step, without shame. And yes, sometimes we run labs and get precise because you deserve more than guesswork. True masculine strength isn't pretending nothing's wrong, it's owning it and taking the next right step. If you found this valuable, join our community and subscribe so you never miss future guidance designed for men like you. And tell me in the comments, what's the one thing you want back most? Energy, confidence, sleep, or performance? Because you're not alone and your story matters here. Now let's close the loop from the beginning. That life-changing advice from an older woman. It's not some miracle hack. It's a quiet reminder. Your body still knows how to heal if you stop ignoring the pattern. Sleep, stress, circulation, they work together like gears. When you align them, everything starts moving again. Start with the big three tracking tonight. Choose one change you can actually keep. You deserve confidence. You deserve energy. You deserve deep, restorative sleep. Take care of your health because you are worth it.